Hi, everybody. I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb. Welcome to the ARTyRV live stream tonight. We're so excited to be here.
Good to see everybody.
And welcome everyone. We have a full house tonight. Renee and Julie just got here, and I said hello to everyone else.
I know, Barb, you're on the ball tonight, girl.
I know. I was letting him know who was here.
Wow.
And we
Welcome,
have a full
everyone.
house. Welcome, everyone.
We got a good show for y'all tonight, I hope.
We do.
So Mary Beth and Frank, I got the wire, so we're going to be talking about how to add wire to your suncatchers, and that's going to help a lot of you out quite a bit. Just what it's going to do is just reinforce. Yeah, Miss Mary's here. It's going to reinforce your suncatchers a little bit, and what's also going to happen is that it will keep them from coming apart or weakening or anything, and you don't have to worry about your customers coming back to have you fix them. So doing repair work's great, but you have to be paid for it. So
She's so excited. I'm going to go get her treat.
Yeah, she's got her big peanut butter bone upstairs, ready to roll.
Okay. And you can let everyone know what we're doing tonight. I'll be right back.
I will. So
I'll be right
guys,
back.
Again, welcome to the ARTyRV channel. I'm Ed, and you know Barb. And I want to, first of all, I'd like to give a big shout out to the ladies that were in the cutting and soldering class this weekend, the intensive. It was a fun weekend. We got a lot of work done, and we learned a lot. And I want to give a big shout out to Donna, Kate, and Barb for coming in and spending the weekend with us and learning all about cutting glass, and all the little tricks that I could teach them, and also little tricks and little goofy things about soldering for the entire weekend. It was fun. I had a great time, and I had a great feedback from our students. So again, I want to give you guys a shout out. Thanks again for coming. A lot of you traveled quite a distance to come to that class, and we appreciate that too. So tonight we've got, I'm going to share a landscape pack of glass with you. I have 3 packs of this left, but I want you to see it because the colors in it are just extreme, and they're so pretty. And also, we're going to be sharing with you tonight all about the putting wire on your sun catchers. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to do some glass cutting, and we're going to also share a little bit more about the new pliers, the runner that Technoglass has out. But Mary's got to go get her peanut butter. Go get that peanut butter stick. Go get it, girl.
Go get your peanut butter. She's
Bring
confused.
your peanut butter.
She thinks I'm supposed to hand it to her.
Yeah, she has to go upstairs to get it.
You got to go
baby.
up there to get it.
So guys, we got a lot of people in the house tonight. We're not in any hurry. We may stick around a little bit later. It's all good. And Miss Mary's trying to be the best she can be. Go get your stick. Hurry, go get it. That's a baby. I tell
Bribery always works.
I'll tell you something about how smart she is. She's just standing there at the doorway, at the threshold, at the top of the studio, daring somebody to give her something to eat. So anyway, guys, we got a new thing. Tonight I want to give a big shout out to Larry Mary, because he sent me 6-8 months ago, he sent me some wood that I can use, and I've been sharing it with y'all. And so finally, what I've decided to do is to make these, because I've had a lot. Everybody says, "Oh, I want one of those. I want one of those." So I started making them. Okay, and no, I don't have a patent on them. I'm using Larry Mary's design. Larry, thank you. If you don't mind, if there's a problem, just give me a holler, and I'm sure there's not.
I'll send you some money.
I'll send you some money. And but guys, what I want to share with you is my wedgie. So this is what I've called our little block that we're doing. I've called it our wedgie. Well, this is our wedgie. Okay. So this works like this. This slides out. You put your glass in here. Even this leaf. Okay. Look at this. Even this. You see that? It's holding this up. Okay. So what I'm doing this for is it's really a fundraiser for the ARTyRV channel. And you have to go to the Conway Glass website to order it. And we will ship it out. It comes to you in an 8x8 box, along with a free gift in the box. And so this is just a little fundraiser for the ARTyRV channel. We're asking, including shipping, is $25, and it's basically a donation to the ARTyRV channel among the many things that you guys do for us. So I wanted to share that with you, but we're also going to use it tonight. We're going to be using it tonight to show you how to apply your safety wire to your sun catchers. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to reach over. Oh, there goes my soldering iron control. We're going to go ahead and light that up to about 8, and we're going to get everything ready. And guys, I tell you, it's kind of neat. We had one of the first questions that came onto the screen tonight was, behind Barbara's head is the Arches window from Utah, and the stained glass, right? Mm-hmm. And one of our viewers wanted to know what the lighter color of the amber and white is. So we're going to give a big, if you're ready, get your pencil handy. It is a W58D, which is a Wismac. It typically is called a lamp beige, but the 58D, and it does make nice flesh tones. So there's your part number, and thank you for tuning in tonight. We appreciate it.
So if you have a question, tonight we'll be doing a Q&A. So did you tell everybody what we're doing tonight? We're doing a Q&A. You can put your questions in the chat with the Q, and we'll be happy to answer.
And we'll give you an A.
And then
we're going to do some glass cutting.
We're going to do some glass cutting. Ed's going to do some wire work. And we have a couple pieces of iridized glass for any of you that are interested in that. And
yeah, we're going to be cutting. Actually, we're cutting up some iridized glass tonight, and both of the glasses we're cutting up are both Wismacs. And then I wanted to share everybody. I have 3 packages. Again, I told everybody, but we have 3 packages of this landscape set, and I'm gonna go ahead and share that with you so that you guys can be thinking about it, and in case if something that you want, like I said, I do have 3 packages of it, and it's the landscape box. It's $59 including shipping. But this is guys, this is your Wismac 75, but it's a granite, and look at this beautiful piece of glass. This is a landscape pack now. So this right here, this is a Ouroboros, okay? This is a beautiful glass. It's a ringed model, and it also is it's easy to work with. I have no problems working with it. This right here, guys, this is a limited edition Spectrum, not Oceanside, limited edition Spectrum blue and white Baroque, okay? And it cuts quite easy. I was very surprised with it. So this is a bullseye. This makes beautiful clouds, along with water and many other things. And then right here, this is a beautiful, this is Spectrum or Oceanside chartreuse green. What a beautiful color. And then guys, this is the color that we've all been asking about, and you've been wanting some of it, and there's a piece of it in this box coming to you. This is Ouroboros 6696, and everybody loves it. And then of course the 197, the W197, which is blue and green Wismac. So I've got 3 of these kits left, and if you'd like one of them for your for a landscape project or a small project, just go to the Conway Glass website at conwayglass.com and click on that on the order page, and it'll take you right to it. Yeah. I love all these pink hands, y'all. And guys, I want to give Ray a big shout out. He's in the house tonight, and remember, y'all, Ray works really hard for us, and he works really hard for you too. And let's give Ray a big thumbs up, shout out, and all of that going on for you. And then you know what, guys? Ray, way to go, buddy. Thank you so much. And I want to give our sponsor a big shout out tonight. Guys, Sunshine Glass, they are hard workers for their customers. Their customer service is second to none. And those guys really help us out when we need to order something. And you guys have been kind enough to be ordering a lot from them. And we're happy about that. And we want to give Sunshine a big shout out. And remember, guys, Sunshine carries over 1,500, okay, 1,500 different colors and styles. and textures of glass, along with all the tools and gadgets that you could possibly need for things that you don't even know you're going to make yet. So give them a shout. And if you need glass samples for something you're looking for, I'm sure that Sean, Barb, or Scott will be able to help you guys out. So thanks again for Sunshine Glassworks for helping us and sponsoring the ARTyRV channel.
Okay, thank you, Ed. Yeah, we love Sunshine. I'll get that link to, or Ray may be able to do it, get the link to the wedgie. Kelly asked about it. And
I don't know what it was. I just thought about that name. I think it's kind of cool, a wedgie.
Yeah, it is cute. Okay.
So it's got 2 holes in it for you to anchor it, or you can clip it or clamp it to your bench. You don't have to screw it to it. There are no screws in it. It's all glued together. It's never coming apart. And again, and they're signed by me. Not that they're anything fancy, but I tell you what, you're making a donation to the ARTyRV channel, and that is greatly appreciated. And remember, guys, when we grow, you grow with us, and that is what we're all about.
Mary Beth and Frank had a great experience at Spring Fest this weekend. Mark and his wife came over from Fayetteville.
Awesome.
So that was nice.
And I'm sure you had
Chris,
a great show.
hi Chris. Paul is here.
Hey, Paul.
Ray put the link to the running pliers.
Okay, and the wedgie's right there beside it, isn't it?
The wedgies are on that same page. You might have to scroll to the bottom because I didn't have time to bring them to the top of the list. But the wedgie and the runners
are right there.
Are right there together.
So
yes.
Remember, guys, if you missed last week and saw these new runners work, we're going to show you again, demo them a little bit more tonight for you. But I tell you, these running pliers, the class this weekend, all I did was show them in the box, and 3 pair went out the door flying faster than I could get them. And our new students were like, these were all experienced glass workers, and these pliers in their hand went crazy. And 2 of them had used the silver snits, and there's nothing wrong with the silver snits. But I tell you what I did though, is Saturday, while we were cutting glass all day long, I figured out the difference, the big difference between the silver snit running pliers and the Technoglass running pliers. And it's something that's so incredibly simple.
Here, I'll put it on close up.
Okay, so what happens, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but I'm gonna pull this out right here. So we all know that little button right there in the center of the silver snit pliers, runners, and the silver snit pliers. And what happens, and I've seen this when I was trying to use them, what happens is when the glass sits on top of that and you push the pliers, if you notice, you have to squeeze a little bit harder. And why? Because this rubber button here, this isn't hard. It's soft, not pliable, but when you put pressure on top of it from above, this takes more pressure here in your hand to squeeze it, because that button depresses ever so slightly, as to where the button on the runners is convex, and there's nowhere for it to give, and it has to be in the middle, and that therefore the run is just so much different and easier to make than it is with the silver snits. And the silver snits, y'all, I fell in love with them when they came out, but now that I have the runners, when I take this, I don't have to squeeze at all, hardly at all. Now let's see if we can do this. So that's going to take a little bit more oomph. You see that? It took more oomph to squeeze the same cut out of the same piece of glass. So, my thing about the runners is that they are
People love them.
you need a pair for your toolbox. That's all I can tell you. Because I'm right here in front of me, I have 3 different pairs of running pliers. And these are the 3 pair that I use in the ARTglass or the stained glass studio. And I've got my Leponettes, and I love them. And I do a lot of different things with them. But I'm going to tell you right now, my go-to plier from here on out, unless they come up with a better muffler, these runners are going to be in Ed's hand. If you walk in my studio and I'm using running pliers, they're the ones that are in my hand. So again, guys, if you're looking for another pair of running pliers just to add to your toolbox, and remember, your toolbox are the 4 walls that surround your studio. That's your toolbox. And by changing the pivot on the head on this is just really, really nice.
Thank you,
Barb, do we
Loka.
have any?
Thank you, Loka.
Hey, Loka, thank you.
We really appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. Okay, I have some questions,
Okay, Barb.
if I can find them.
Let's
I've
get some
moved
questions.
away from them a few times, so I may not be able to find it now. Let's see. Do want to tell people we got new t-shirts. Did you tell them?
No, I didn't tell them about the t-shirts yet. Boom, there we go.
We have Feed the Bee t-shirts and Dance for Glass
I will dance for glass, or will dance for glass is what the t-shirt
t-shirts.
says.
So I think
Those of y'all that go to Wismac and Kokomo, show up with that on, see what happens.
I put the link in the chat, so you should be able to find that, and you can. I believe the Feed the Bee t-shirts are unisex.
Unisex t-shirts. Yeah.
And then the Dance for Glass, one's men's and one's women's.
I got some really pretty colors in there.
Yeah,
and,
some pretty colors.
I think I ordered my Will Dance for Glass shirt today. And if not, I'm ordering it tonight.
Okay, I know the
There's
question,
a question.
here.
No, that's a dot. Never mind. I'm sorry. That's her.
Question from Christina.
Hey, Christina.
What do you use to cut zinc for framing?
You can use 2 things. The most common thing for your studio or anyone's studio would be a hacksaw and a miter box. A wooden miter box, little thing clamped to your top, and it's a miter box. So, and a hacksaw goes in it, and you just set it right there, and that's the simplest way. You don't need to go buy a band saw or anything like that. And because the metal is so thin on zinc, using a hacksaw is probably the best way to go. But definitely use a miter box for your outside frame, because it should be mitered. You shouldn't, square butt them. You should miter their outside. It looks better.
Okay, Ed, thank you very much. If you have a question, just put it in the chat and we'll be happy to answer. Okay, there was something that I wanted to tell you. Let's see here. Okay.
I know we had a great class, and we have our next class is our beginner class, and that is the week of May the 14th, right? A beginner class.
Question.
There it is.
I need 3 hands to attach jump rings.
So,
Larry Mary's here.
Larry, hey buddy. So we were just talking about you, and it was good. So I wanted to let you know that I know that you've been busy and terribly busy, and I want to thank you for the design for the wedge that you sent me. And so what I did is because I have so many people asking for them, Larry, and I'll be happy to send you some money. But what I did is I took your design. Let me have a close up, Barb, please. I took your design. I added 2 screws to it so that they could anchor it to their benches, and I called it a wedgie. And I'm just asking people to make a donation to the ARTyRV channel for $25, and I send them a wedgie, including shipping. If you know how to contact me personally, Larry, if we need to talk about this, I'll be happy to. And otherwise, I'm going to use your design if it's okay. And hopefully we're going to be shipping wedgies everywhere. So thank you, Larry, very much.
Decade Glass asks, do you or have you used the Lil Notcher? Is it worth the price?
The little notcher for doing the brass and for notching the zinc. Most people don't have that in their budget, Decade Glass. But if you do, it's definitely worth the time and the money, my friend. Because number one, it's one of those tools that you'll never have to buy again.
Did you show them that that's good for jump rings? Because it was a question about jump rings.
I got my wire here. I can make a jump ring.
Okay,
tonight.
we're going to make a jump ring.
We're going to make a jump ring. And
question about that.
Yeah,
yes.
So stick around. Don't go anywhere. While I got my soldering iron out, I'll try and do a lot of the questions that you have.
Mary Beth said she bought a jump ring holder from Amazon, but it didn't work very well.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Your little, a lot of times, this wedgie, and Mary Beth, Frank's design is really nice too on the wedgie, on his wedgie that he does. So I would think that holding this with Mary
Frank's
Beth's
got
husband.
one too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Frank's got one. And but Mary Beth, I would think that a pair of grousing pliers, which I'll use tonight when I mount a jump ring, a pair of grousing pliers, the solder, but your third hand is going to be your wedgie. Your third hand is going to be the wedgie, and like I said, I know Frank has one because he explained that design to me when y'all were in the class. But so we're going to be working with this tonight, and I think your third hand for your jump ring holder is going to be right here with a pair of your grousing pliers, and I think you'll be just fine, Mary Beth.
Okay. Carol wants to know what's the glass you were cutting. What's the name?
Oh, that's the 6696, Carol, the Ouroboros. The
Paul,
landscape glass.
Paul said, do you put the glass in the wedge in the angled slot or the straight slot? Looks like the center of the gravity would be better in the angle.
Well, that depends on the weight of it, Paul. Okay? So, yeah, so if you got a heavy piece and you're don't even going to clamp it down, yeah, you would put it at an angle, but you always want to work straight in front of you. And the cool thing about this, whether it doesn't matter which side that you use, if this piece were really top heavy, then this of course would tip over. But this weighs about 1/2 pound, so it's really not going to do that. And the other thing is, this works really good, y'all, if you're trying to put things together, two pieces together where you're going to tack solder an end on something. This really works good. Paul, I find myself using the angle more often than the straight edge, just because I'm like you. It gives me a little more, doesn't give me any more bite, but what it does is it gives me a center. If you look at this is almost in the center of the board, which will also give you more rigidity and less topple. So that's a good idea. And that's a great question, Paul. Now the one that you have that your friend made you is much wider than this, but your center of gravity is going to be the same. And the wedge, again, guys, you can use the straight side, you can use the wedge side, and you can, or you do or don't have to anchor it to your workspace, or you can clamp it so that you can get to it. Either way, this is going to be your third hand. It's just a nice addition to your shop. And really nothing can ever happen to it. You can't do anything to it. You can't hurt it, that's for sure.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good question though, buddy. I hope you're doing well.
Dee Dee said that she got a miniature chop saw at Harbor Freight, less than $40, that works perfectly for zinc.
Well, that's good. Don't let it get away from you.
Yeah, and a couple people have it that used it, or another person used it and said it was really great.
I've seen that. I actually have a miniature table saw. And but I used to use it for if we're doing church windows and I'm cutting hundreds of pieces of lead 3.5 inches wide, then I have this little miniature it's a balsa wood table saw, and we've had it for, oh gosh, how many years, Barb? 40 probably. Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably 40 years. So but yeah, so that's a good tool too. But please do me, if you're using that miniature chop saw, make sure you hold on to that metal, and please don't try to go through it fast. That stuff is so thin, it'll pick it up and throw it right back at you. And please be careful.
Okay, Debbie missed the preview of the panel that has the yellow squares with the blue circle in the middle. Can we share its meaning? Debbie, that's a Wismac panel.
It's from West Virginia.
It's a West Virginia, it's a Wismac panel.
This one here with the
yellow squares with the blue.
The yellow squares with the blue. Yeah, that's
Yes.
that's from West. That's a representation of Wismac glass from West Virginia. Wild, wonderful West Virginia.
Okay, Magali is here.
No, you see her. We were cutting.
Her ear dye's superpower sensors were in high alert.
Magali, you're too funny, hon.
Yeah, Mary Beth says Frank made a wedge that's about twice that size. It will hold pieces up to 12 inches square.
Right.
Without tipping.
Right.
So yeah, the bigger the pieces, the bigger the wedge.
The bigger the wedge. But that's the reason I put these two little screw holes in here for you. You can anchor it, and then you're all set. So.
Kelly says she has the same little chop saw and it works great.
Yeah, just hang on to it, guys. I mean,
Well, you bolt it down, don't you?
No, with the blade goes through it. It'll sometimes, if you try to go through it too quick, you have to give it time to crank up and make a nice cut. It's a beautiful little saw. Beautiful little saw.
Okay. If you have any questions, just put them in the chat. I think Ed's going to do did you turn your iron on yet?
I did. Thanks for
Okay.
reminding me.
And are you ready to do the wire soldering?
Yeah.
Okay, well then maybe some glass cutting.
Let's cut some
Yes.
glass, Barb.
Here, let me get that out of your way.
Wedge that in there so it don't fall out. Yeah, so this is a really pretty glass right here. This glass is a small piece that I had left over from the Merle's Inlet project. And let me grab my silver snit right here. My silver snit right here. So in class this weekend, everybody liked my my personal glass cutter that has the solder on the end so that it holds my index finger up. So the cutters that they purchased during class this weekend, I put everybody a index finger holder on them. So that was really, really nice. And I wanted to see, I'm going to remember, guys, so when I'm using my silver snit cutter, I always put the screw towards me. And that's so that when I come off of here, it's nice. And the other thing is, if I actually want to read the word silver snit, I'm not reading it upside down. Go figure. I think if they wanted you to put the screw this way, they would put silver snit printed the other way and laser engraved, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Guys, everybody holds their cutter different. I will say this. If your glass cutter in your hand and you're cutting glass for 15 or 20 minutes and you get a fatigue in your hand's tired, that's not the right glass cutter for you, okay? So just keep that in mind. That is not the right glass cutter. These, listen to this. This is such a beautiful glass. It's a Wismac. It's iridized, and it's coral and white streaky. And we're going all the way to the end. And we're going to bring this in, and we're going to start it. And something else that I found out this weekend is I don't have to hold my breath quite as much when I go to do my little run here, because there's no reason for it, because it's so much easier to handle. So I'm going to jump in here. Remember, guys, we have an 1.25 inches right here. So you can see this. I'm holding my pliers this way. My head is this way. I'm directly behind my run, and I'm going to squeeze. And there goes my run. I'm going to come back over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn the glass. I'm going to leave my head facing towards Barb. Now, this is what's called chasing. I'm chasing the run. See it? I mean, I could run this thing all the way across and go bing, and it would be done. But when I do that, you're not learning anything. You can take this piece of glass and work this run all the way through it so that you can learn You're learning a lot when you do that to the glass. Number one, you're learning how it reacts to pressure in your hand. And because this is an iridized glass, we didn't even hardly hear our cutter. So let's do this again. Listen. Same pressure, start to finish. Make sure your runners are straight back in line. And this, because it's so narrow, I could chase it if I want, but I don't really want to. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to squeeze this, and we'll see what happens. And we'll just pull that right down, just like that. You guys can, any of your running pliers that you have in your tool arsenal are always fine, but I find myself that I would, if there's a new tool out, I at least want to try it. And fortunately, with the relationship that Barb and I have with our sponsor, Sunshine Glass, when there is a new tool that comes out, we get it to us and are able to look at it and talk about it and use it and see if we like it or not. And I tell you, these guys at Technoglass have got it together. It takes them a little while, but I tell you, they got it together, and their engineers are something else. Do you have any more questions, Barb?
What is the number on that iridized? Do you know?
That I do not know. I'm sorry. This was a leftover piece of glass from that job, and I do not know. And that's why I brought it home to cut it. However, whoever wins the glass box this month is getting a piece of it. So.
And it is a coral and white.
Yeah, it's really, you can show them a close-up, Barb. It's really pretty.
Made by?
Made by Wismac.
Wismac.
There it is.
Turn it over so we can see the...
Coral and white, streaky.
Clear,
Yeah,
streaky.
coral white on clear, streaky. Okay.
Iridized.
Iridized. And if I can find the part number, I'll give it to you next week.
Maybe on order.
But it might be, I don't know, I'll have to look. Yeah, because all the part numbers are on orders. I can.
Yeah, it's just finding it.
That's probably in the
finding it.
file. Yeah,
I can't remember when we bought it.
Yeah, with that.
Okay.
Up country.
I have a question about the gauge of wire, so we'll be
Okay.
doing that
Yeah.
right now.
In just a little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit. You want to wait a bit? You want to cut another piece of glass?
I don't need to, I guess.
Okay, here you go. What do you want to foil? Solder.
Yeah, so I've already done all the foiling, and like the lady said this weekend, boy, my foiling's crummy. And then they said, well, that's right, Ed, it's not a foiling class, is it? No, it's not. But we cut a lot of glass, and we soldered a lot of solder, and we learned how to solder and eliminate all that frustration, guys. This class, if you're having trouble soldering and cutting glass, or you're not comfortable with it, this is a class for you. And we'll have them all throughout the summer. So maybe we can make plans. Speaking of making plans, it's almost time to go to Corning, everybody. So we want to make plans.
We'll be there June 2nd through the 6th. Yes. On the 5th, we'll be going to Hands on Glass in the afternoon. We want to meet at the museum at 9 o'clock, so if you're planning on going through the museum with us at 9, go ahead and purchase your museum tickets. If you're a member, you'll get in free. Members can bring a guest. So if you think you'll be there more than once a year, it's great membership. You get to know about all the great things that are going on there. And they have wonderful programs and classes and
you know what I like about it, Barb?
What?
Is that we get it because when you're a
discount.
member, you get a huge discount on tools.
Yeah.
So that, guys, that's worth the membership. If
Yeah.
you go to buy tools, become a member and then go buy your tools.
And they have a great book selection.
Oh
if
my
you
gosh,
still
yeah.
read books, real books, they have a great collection.
So Mary Beth, we don't have time to go all the way around this
Oh,
tonight.
Magali, you're going to be there?
Are you going to be in Corning, huh?
Are you going to be there with her teenagers, she said?
Awesome.
That would be awesome.
That'll be awesome, huh?
I'll have an itinerary sooner.
Sooner
as we
than
get,
later, yeah.
Yeah, sooner than later, as we get closer. But
Yeah.
yes, meeting at 9 a.m. at the museum and then going to lunch after we go through the museum. It should take us a couple hours to,
Go through the
before we
museum.
get hungry, and then we'll be going in the afternoon. We'll be going over to hands-on. So we might eat lunch, go back to the museum or something like that. Just depends on if we can get through and see everything, or if we want to go back. But I'll have an itinerary, and I'm excited. I'm really excited about going. It's been a while, and they have new exhibits. I think the Women Power exhibit is still going to be up, so that should be good.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, everybody. So,
Magali stopping at Yakagani the day before for some glass. You lucky dog.
all right.
All right, so here we go. I'm not even close up.
That's all right. I can't find a flux brush because I started using Q-tips. But anyway, we're good. So anyway, this is a simple way to keep your sun catchers together. Now I've already got this top edge is finished. When you're putting wire around your sun catchers, don't finish the top edge already, because you will have more trouble than you ever even signed up for. Okay, so just like anything else, when you're soldering, everything has to be level. Okay, so
Hand me all those.
I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Thank you.
Thank you. Get those out
Thank
of your
you.
way.
Yeah. So, let me see something here. Mary Beth, can you see that easier, hon? Does that look better if I lay it on its side like that for you? Says we're going to be working right here. Okay. So what I've done is I've made sure that the problem that it's tilted up, though, is going to allow the solder to move that direction. So I don't think we want that. So this is what I do, Mary Beth. So the very first thing that I'm going to do, and not just for Mary Beth, this is for all of y'all. So the first thing I do is I have my wire that I use is 20 gauge wire. Okay, it's very small. It's the same wire that I use for wiring lamp, or strengthening lamps. It's the very same wire that I use for that. So first thing I'm gonna do is clean my iron tip off on my damp sponge, and I'm gonna wait for it to come back gold, okay? And I'm gonna see if that will turn.
Got a little thing on the end. What is it?
Yeah, it's gold.
There
There
you
it
go.
is. Okay, so it's gold. So we're gonna take a little bit, and I got some flux here, and I'm gonna flux this right here, okay? Now, the one thing that I am gonna do is set this wire in my lap.
I wondered what that noise was.
And so the first thing we wanna do is tin everything, okay? Tin the two sides, not the whole piece, just the two sides. Okay, just the two sides. Okay, so now we have our two sides tin. Now, I've put my flux on my wire right here, and I've also put flux on my copper. So I'm just gonna take this and tag that right there, that's where I want that, right there. Ooh, just right in that corner, right there. Okay. So now what you do is pull it down tight. Pull it down tight. Now remember, guys, this is copper wire. You're only gonna be able to hold on to it for a little while. I can only hold on to it for a little while. But the whole thing about putting this wire on is you don't want any solder on the top of your piece. And like everything else, when you're soldering it, you need to keep it level. So I'm gonna hold this like this. and what I'm doing, I'm just tacking it right there, just like that. Done. Okay. So now I'm going to come right over here and I'm going to work my way right around. And sometimes what you have to do, Mary Beth, is you have to push that wire down so that you get it right exactly where you want it. And now we're just going to tack this in place. And now what we do is we just come around here, we make sure we give this a good bend, and we bring it right down. And now I can't go any further because I've already soldered this, but the best way to do this, and I'm going to lock this in right here so that we can go ahead and finish this for you. So I'm going to lock this in this corner right here first off. Okay. Lock my wedge. Bring my pliers in. Now I always like to hold it with a pair of pliers because I don't like burning myself, and I know y'all don't. So a pair of pliers is always sufficient to hold on to it. And then the other thing is you want to make sure that you get this in the right position before you solder it. It takes a little while to do this, y'all. It's not the simplest thing in the world, but I'm going to tell you what, it's worth it. It is worth every dime that you spend doing this. All right, so now this is going to sit right in here like this, and we're going to do a little bit of flux, and then I'll show you how to finish it up. Here we go. All right, so now Mary Beth, guys, everybody, you have your piece, you have your wire is tacked everywhere it needs to be. So you solder it. Don't get near where you've already tacked it, and lay your soldering iron right on top of it, and just drop that right in. You have to have of course your solder has to be nice and hot, but then you just fill that right in just like that, and you just take it just like you would do the top. Now once you tack your wire, let me go this way. You see it started running back on me, and that's not what I need. So even when you're doing the wire, you have got to keep this level. And while you're doing that bead, hang on. While you're doing that wire will be hidden right there. And then all you just take and you just touch everything up and make it just right. And that wire is hidden. And it, again, guys, it takes a little bit of time to do this, but your customers won't ever bring your sun catchers back to you because they came apart right here, because you've just wired this whole thing together.
It's not in.
And it's going to make sure that all of this holds itself together, okay? And somebody asked me one time, well, can't you just put a piece here and here? Well, you know what? You probably could just do that, but it's still going to come apart because there's nowhere else for it to go. So if you'll just run this around, it takes a little bit more time. And then the one thing that you do want to do, and I don't have a small, let me see if I do, hang on. So jump rings, when you do jump rings, and this one's probably a little bit big. I think I can wind it up and make it smaller. Hang on. This is a homemade jump ring. It's not one that you buy, those nickel ones. They work okay, but I'm gonna make my own here. Okay, so I just made my own jump ring right here. Can you see it? Yeah, okay. So what I found on jump rings is this. The very first thing that you should do, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put it right up here. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, so the very first thing that I like to do with a jump ring is this. I go right, when I make my own jump rings, I make sure that the two wires are almost side by side behind each other. Okay? So they're behind each other. They're right there. The two ends are right there where my finger is. So we take a little bit of flux, just a little bit. That's it. We don't need a whole lot. So what I'm going to do here is give myself a little bit of a cheater here. Now you don't want to pick that up right away, because if you do, the two things will happen. Number one, it's going to burn you. And the other thing it's going to do is it's going to come off of there. So this should be almost dry, but it's not quite. It's still moving. Okay. So now you guys are probably looking at me saying, well, Ed, those are your lead nippers. No, these are my wire cutters. My lead nippers are on the other end of my toolbox. And so these are my wire cutters. Now this solder is cold now, okay? It's as cold as it can be. Okay, and I just take my little lead nippers here, or my wire cutters. I got that. I'm not going to hold it with those. What I am going to hold it with are my breaker pliers. Nice flat jaw, no big deal, right there. So what's going to happen now is we're going to flux this little area right here. This leaf is going to hang from this V. And remember, guys, if you can get your jump ring in a V, then it's going to be pulling against everything else. So we're just going to take a little...
Now, you would do that after you wired it?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, because the jump ring is the last thing you're going to do before you clean it. And that jump ring goes on just like that. And now you can hang this... let me see, where's my pliers? So now we can... You can hang it. Just like that. There you go. Okay. So the jump ring, basically what you're doing to it is it's a tinned wire, see? It's a tinned wire, and what you're doing is you're attaching it somewhere in a V right here, okay? So that'll stay there forever. Never attach a little jump ring to the tip of something, because it's not going to stay. It's coming off. You might as well just plan on that. But if you'll put it in a joint that it's pulling against itself, man, you're awesome. Way to go. That's a good way to do it. It'll stay that way, and it'll stay together for a very long time, guys.
Okay, we have a question.
Hey.
Is wire recommended for all sun catchers? Is there a size limit? Is this better than using hobby cane?
Well, the wire is something that the hobby cane looks good. The wire is basically for small sun catchers that are hanging, because gravity will end up pulling them apart. Lead, your hobby cane, even though it's around the outside, if the piece is large enough, you're going to have gravity working against you there too. The wire takes the place of gravity pulling against it and makes sure that everything stays together for you. So you can use hobby cane around the outside edge, and it looks fine. Barbara had a great aunt one time that did stained glass, and she did use hobby cane around the outside edges. You remember your aunt? And but she did really small things like little 3-inch cardinals or a pear or something like that. And that was small enough that she could hang it and the lead wouldn't stretch. And that actually, Barbara's mom probably still has one or two of those little pieces. So they've been around for a long time, and but they were very small pieces. So I recommend the wire for suncatchers for those of you that do shows and you sell your work. So it helps it stay together. And once you define how you like to put the wire on to the piece itself, my technique may not be as good as your technique, and your technique might not be as good as somebody else's. We all do it differently, but we all develop our own technique by using other people's skills. So keep that in mind, okay? So because you don't cut glass like I do, or you don't use the same running pliers that I do, it's good. Because what you do together, we achieve the same goal. We all build stained glass windows. We all enjoy this process. And no matter how we arrive there, we're all on time. That's what I like.
Jennifer says she uses hemostats to hold the jump ring. Yeah, that's a great idea because
We used to
you're
use
far away
hemostats
from the
for
solder.
jump rings.
Yeah, we used to do that.
Yeah, we do. Actually, I have several pair in
James said he does as well.
hemostats.
Yes.
So you can use your flat, breakers. You can use hemostats.
Whatever works.
Whatever works. There you go. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Whatever works for you guys isn't necessarily wrong or right. It's what works for you.
And
it's awesome.
if you're cutting glass and you're cutting glass really good, and it's different from what Ed does,
keep it up.
just do what you're doing. You don't need to change your style because Ed holds his glass cutter a certain way, or Joe holds his glass a certain way.
Right.
If it's working, keep doing it. If it's not working, try new ways.
Right. And remember, guys, keep in mind too, if your glass cutter is giving you fatigue and hurting your hand and you're getting tired, you shouldn't be tired from cutting glass. If that's the problem, try another glass cutter. Guys, the way things work these days, that where if you don't like that cutter, you can send it back. I've never sent a glass cutter back because I have a whole arsenal full of cutters. And I like one specifically here, and the one that I use specifically at the shop. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Carol.
The one that I use specifically at the shop is the one that's been in my pocket for 20 years. So guys, there's no reason for you. There's nothing wrong with your glass cutter. Or usually my boss used to tell me, it's not the cutter, it's the cuttee. It's not, you're not getting it. It's not wrong because you're doing it wrong.
I have another question. Have you ever tried making and casting your own solder?
No.
Never.
I did. Well, that would be like, it's very
It would be like a
caustic.
death sentence.
Yeah, it's very caustic. Let the guys that do it for a living do it. And no, I've made my own sinkers out of scrap lead before.
And we also made our own. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
Yes, you did. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Carol. We also made our own.
We make our own rosettes.
Rosettes, and we cast those out of lead, but they're just little tiny.
Yeah, and they use like 1.37 ounces of lead to make a rosette.
And we do that outside.
Yeah.
Melt the lead outside, and
then we pour it.
Mm-hmm.
But we make rosettes. Those of you that are restoring old windows and you can't find the rosettes, give us a holler. Send us a message at conwayglass.com.
Thank you, Danielle. Danielle says she's learned so much from Ed and Mackenzie Haley, and I cut glass like a machine now because of them.
Awesome.
Good to hear.
Yeah, that's nice. That's quite a compliment. Thank you very much. And I'm sure Mackenzie will thank you as well.
Yes. I hope
How's
everyone...
Mackenzie? She the one with the fingernails?
Yes.
Okay, no, I like it. I think
know.
it's cool. I watched her show one time, and she just let it fly one time about people that say things about her fingernails, and now
we have all these haters on
she
YouTube.
had the haters, buddy.
we have all these haters on YouTube, and they make fun of you for any reason. It could be your accent, it could be the way you talk, the way you cut glass, the way your fingernails look. So, and they make fun of Ed because his fingernails are dirty sometimes. When you're working with glass and you're working outside, yeah, sometimes your fingers are dirty.
Yeah.
So,
Or
sorry about that, but it's not going to change.
Yeah.
Okay. Laura Taylor says, I'm an electrician. Can scrap copper wire be used for this, or is the wire too different?
No, you're fine. Laura, that's a great way to do it. And actually, the smaller wire that you can use, I'm not sure. Don't use anything like 10 or 12 copper ground wire. Use something about half that size. So, but make sure, okay, most of those wires have a lacquer finish on them. So make sure you steel wool that off and then tin it prior to using. And that's a great way. If you have access to scrap copper wire, yes, it's a great way to use it for sure. And your heavier wire, your 10 and your 12 tooth, those wires can be used for garden stakes and many other things in the garden to hold your glass up. Good idea.
Mary Beth says she uses it all the time.
Yeah.
And ground wire is great for supports on 3D items.
Right. Well, that's what I was talking about. If you use a 10-2 or 12-2, it's a kind of a heavy wire, even 14-2.
Kelly wants us to come to New Mexico. Yes, I'd love to come,
I would
Kelly.
love to, Kelly. Well, you know what? We'll figure it out. Huh?
Yeah,
we're going to
we'll
Corning
figure it
this year. Maybe you and Richard can come up and see us.
Okay. Jennifer said Mackenzie stopped making stained glass. A couple people said they met her at Toy Town. She's real sweet. Yeah, maybe she's taking a break. It's really hard to run your business and operate a YouTube channel. Sometimes you have burnout. So maybe after she takes a break.
Her husband was in Iraq too. He's a veteran, isn't he? Isn't her husband a veteran?
I'm not sure. I know he was in the service. I'm not sure all the
thank
details.
you for your service, sir.
And yeah, maybe she's just taking a break and she'll be back. But we do enjoy her show, and you guys keep supporting her.
Yeah,
and
guys, remember,
there's a lot of really good YouTubers
there
out there.
are.
So
Yeah,
support the
there
ones
are.
that are good, and you'll learn a lot, and we do appreciate it.
Yeah, we do.
What is a rosette? Colette wants to
So
know.
a
Colette's
rosette-
a new member.
Oh, thank you,
Colette.
Colette. I appreciate that. And so a rosette, back in the, I guess I could draw a picture, right? I could draw a picture.
Oh, he's a firefighter. Her
Oh.
husband is a firefighter.
Oh, a firefighter. Okay, well, you know what? Thank you for your service anyway. We appreciate that very, very much. Those, when we go one direction, those are the guys that run the other direction past us into where we just left. So thank you guys very much, all of y'all. First responders are top notch. And let's see.
You want to cut something? Go ahead and cut some.
I'm gonna
Cut that.
cut this. I'm gonna see what this does. This is really a pretty piece of glass. It reminds me of the roses that are in the backyard, Barb. This pink right
Jennifer, I think there is one for 4 years. I put some more up, so I'll check it, but I think there is a new one for 4 years. I'll check it.
Wow, Jennifer, hon, thank you so much. Really hope that everybody's doing well.
Mary Beth said, if her hands aren't dirty and my nails aren't broken, I haven't been working hard enough. I know.
I know. And last week we got in the house and Barbara said, "Oh, Ed, your hands are filthy."
And they were during the live stream.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You had made
I
a
didn't even
comment.
realize it. Usually
So this new medicine
Make a
that they've
note.
got me on, and it's doing a great job. But what it's doing is it's straightening my sugar out, and my fingernails are growing like crazy. So last week I forgot to trim them, and I'd been working in the garden all weekend with Barb, and it was a good time was had by all. But I just I'm not the guy that has fingernails. I'm not that guy, and now I have them, and I got rid of them this week so I could get them clean so that I wouldn't make you guys sick.
Thank you guys for everything. They're saying they support us and they support ARTyRV. And apparently Mackenzie's going to be doing some other crafty things because she's very creative.
Yeah,
so
she is.
Y'all support her channel, support our channel, support Derek's channel.
Yeah, I'm going to share something with
and
you guys.
all those good ones out
so
there.
my dear friend who I've never met, but we talk, Derek Hunt, and you guys know who he is. He's over in the UK.
Thank you, Valerie.
And he is a painter from another world, guys. He's just that good. And I dream of the day that Barb and I can go to the UK and take his class for a week.
You talking about Derek Hunt?
Derek, yes. So anyway, one of our class takers left our class, and the following week
Paul,
she went to the UK and took his class. Well, I understand, and I want to thank Derek, and I'm going to give him a big shout out. Derek, I want to thank you for wearing our ARTyRV hat for 2 of your live streams, buddy. That's
2
awesome.
of them?
2 of them, yeah.
Oh.
Thank you, Derek.
I have to go back and watch
That's
them.
awesome. And I also want to thank you for that gift that's on its way down from Ohio. Guys, I have to share with you. Derek was kind enough. I have been watching him for a while. I think we've been watching each other for a while. And Derek was kind enough. He sent me one of his gas soldering irons, guys. I can't wait to get it. I've never even tried to use one before. It fascinates me the way it works, and I can't wait. And I'm going to share it with you guys. I'm going to learn to use it first, but I cannot wait. And I want to give Derek a big shout out that Kathy has sent that thing. It's on its way from Ohio, and I should have it tomorrow. Big shout out to you, Derek, and good luck with your show tomorrow afternoon, my friend.
Paul said, keep your wives and girlfriends away from Derek Hunt. He's a super handsome man.
We can keep you away from him, Paul.
Take that as a caution, ladies.
That's a caution, ladies. Derek,
Okay.
I guess, but
Derek
yeah.
is the one that told Carol about us.
Oh, okay, awesome.
So, yes, he's a great guy, and I love his accent.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, you know.
And, yes, he is very handsome. Okay, well, that's enough about that. Whew. Okay.
No.
All right.
Oh, that's funny. Let's cut some more glass, Barb. Hey,
Okay.
Paul, I got this piece of pink that you brought me about 4 months ago. I'm gonna try and cut it. I brought it home.
What is this now? Who brought it?
Paul.
Oh, okay, Paul.
So, Paul, this is the pink that you had when you did your stained glass of the heart, and you were having so much trouble with it. So, and this is the first time, and I'm glad you're here because I'm gonna try and cut it. We're gonna see if we had any troubles,
Might need these.
and just see. I might need some. Barbara's loading me up with tools here, so we're gonna need them. Sounds like we're gonna need them. Anyway, let's see what this is all about. And remember, so what I'm gonna do now is we're just gonna push this. Let's see what happens. And I'm gonna try. Let's try and take something out that we can just get up in. Okay. Let's see what we get here. Okay. Wow, I didn't even hear that. So I spun that. Here we go. I'm right behind my run. Still behind it. I'm still behind it. Here we go. Hold on. Let me straighten this out. I'm behind it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to run back to it. Guys, these pliers are amazing. So I just chased that all the way around with these. And the photograph I saw of this glass was little piles of little pieces. So there was something, I don't know, Paul, if it was in the annealing of the part of the sheet that you had, or what you brought me was the best part of the sheet. I don't know. But this seemed to work pretty good, and I'm not sure what pink this is. It feels like a Wismac, and usually, guys, of course, most pinks are very difficult to cut anyway. And but this one just seemed to just act like it wanted to be cut today.
Paul said cut an aorta.
What is that size? Let's see. What does an aorta look like? Let me see. It looks like an aorta looks kind of like that, and then that goes under, and then we'll bring this one in. Paul, I'm not a heart doctor like you, my friend. I'm not a cardiologist. Well, let's see what we got here. Okay, so the second set worked out good, and I'm not sure exactly how the heart works. Well, I know exactly how the heart works, but yeah, so I see what you're saying, Paul. So when I cut that little piece of glass, I want you to see something. If I can get this in the focus, you see that? That glass is flaking. So that score is cooling off, and I'm going to take this and try and go around that, and I don't think it's going to make it. Paul, I understand why you had little pieces of little pieces. Yeah, because see, there you go. And we're trying to get this out, something round or something somewhat, and it's really not working. And I agree with you. I'm not sure what glass this is, but I'm glad that you switched glass, because you would probably still be trying to cut this pink as I am right now. So, okay. So thanks for sending it to me. And I'm not even going to put this in the inspiration box, because whoever get it would have a problem with it as well. So, Paul, thank you for sharing this piece of glass with me. I am going to take a piece of it and send it to Sunshine, and I'm going to find out what it is. And then I'll know what it is. I'm going to take a piece right there, just like that. And
we don't know what manufacturer.
I don't know what manufacturer it is, but I'm going to find out who it is.
All right.
I'll send it up and let Sean and take a look at it for me.
Okay. So thank you guys for watching tonight.
And thank you guys for all your support.
Next week is Viewer Showcase. So
remember,
send in a photo and a description to Viewer Showcase.
Your cutoff date
at
is
gmail.com.
And your cutoff date is Friday, May the 1st.
And we thank you guys for being here tonight. It's been
thank you for all
very
your
much
donations.
Fun. It's been a lot of fun.
It.
Thank you for all your donations.
And those of you that ordered a wedgie, we will get those bad boys out in the mail to you next week.
And the pliers and
the pliers. And remember, we have unlimited stock in the new runners by Technoglass. So if you need a pair of pliers, just go to our website and pick them up, and we'll get them out to you.
Thank you, everyone. We will see you next week, Monday night at 7 p.m. and
Eastern,
yes.
So for the ARTyRV, everybody, I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb. See you next week.
Good night.
Thank you. We love you.